know that you can create groundbreaking and eye-pulling graphic images using cartoons right inside of PowerPoint. And in this session, I'm going to show you how. Okay, so I'm starting with a blank template. As you can see, I'm going to go up to Insert, and in Insert, I'm going to go into Pictures and then into Stock Images, right? Because this is where you can create all these cartoons from. So I'm going to go to Cartoon People. And as you can see here, there's a whole range of options across the top, and they continue when you slide through them. So in this case, just to be quick, I'm just going to choose a body, and let's say a head, and let's do a funny face, right? And go Insert down the bottom. And as you can see now, what I need to do is click away so I can click on each element and drag them into place, right? So this way, I can create image very, very quickly, right? A cartoon. Now, the next thing I want to do is select the whole cartoon like this, okay? And then come up to Graphics Font Format up here. Make sure I select that and then just click Group and Group again. And that'll just make it easier for me to move that cartoon around and one angle. Now, if for some reason it's not facing the right direction, then what you can do is click on Rotate, and you can go through the rotation options here. And as you can see, you can flip it vertically and horizontally. Of course, you can also right click on it and you can copy it and click away and right click and paste, right? So we'll just paste the second one like this. And that way, if I want one each way, as soon as I do that, I need to go back to graphics, go back to rotate, and we're going to rotate it back the other way. Now, there's a couple other things you want to do here. Obviously, to give it some depth, what you want to do is graphic effects here. Click on graphic effects, come down to shadow, and then come down to perspective. And you'll see now I get this nice little shadow. And of course, I can do that with every one just to get the perspective so it's going the right way. And of course, if I want a perspective at a different angle, as you can see, I can move them around and I can have them going at opposites if I want. But that's not all. The other thing I can do, if I go back to Insert, go back to Pictures and go back to Stock Images again, and I come back into Cartoon People, what I can do in here is search for backgrounds, right, or scenes. So SE in scene, let's type in the word scene, and all of a sudden then I'll get some different scenes that I can use. So let me just select one of these scenes. Let's say this whiteboard. We're going to insert that. Okay, that'll insert the scene into the background, but of course it's not in the right place here at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the back here, send it to back like this, and now I have my cartoons in front of it. All right, like that. There we go. So we can make it look like it's more realistic. And then the other thing I want to do is put in a background image to give it some more depth and perspective. So to do that, what I'm going to do is click on Insert, and this time I want to put a shape in the background. So I'm going to put a shape in. Let's just use something like a rectangle, right? I'm going to draw a rectangle onto this screen like this, down to where I want it. Okay, to give us some perspective. Let's put it down here, let's say. All right. Let that go. And then what I want to do is I want to change the type of fill color or text event that it's got, right? So first thing here is I want to set it to a gradient. So let's set it as a gradient. And then I want to change the actual fill color that's in that gradient. So text fill, gradients. Okay, gradient fill over here, I can change the actual colors, right? So I can go with a preset gradient, or I can change the direction of the gradient, and here is where I can change the color. So if I want to change it to a different color, I can select each color here and then choose the color from the color picker below. So select it, color picker, select it, color picker. And then when I click away, I should have that change to the color, just like that. Right, so now what I want to do is actually take this image, right, that we put here, and I want to send it also to the background, right? So I'm going to send it to the back like this, and now I have something that looks more course, I can make it just that little bit bigger, and it will look more like a proper cartoon, right? Like a cartoon strip. So you get the idea. There you go. That's how easy it is to make your own cartoon. So you don't need something like Toonly or Vidly or anything like that. You can actually make your own cartoon sequences and then patch them together in like a GIF image, or use them in a video to create your animated story. Okay, so don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.